see the new lightsabers that were announced?
Yeah. How? What are they? What is it? Like, how does that do what it does?
I know exactly how it works.
Okay. Oh wait, don't tell me. Save that.
Okay.
That's good. That's good for the episode. That's Star Wars related.
Okay.
I'll segue into that at some point. Real natural like.
Cool. Do you want to start then, so we can actually talk about it?
Yeah, sure. We're still so bad at it of beginning. I'm
What are you talking
Andrew.
about? No, we're doing fine. I'm Drew.
Yeah, but we need to figure out an intro.
How? Can you make the TIE fighter sound? Scowl! You guys hear that?
I'd say that's pretty good. That was all right.
pretty good.
That was all right. It's not as good as that dog that was circulating on Vines and memes and stuff about a year ago, but
Vine has been dead for
was it a Vine,
anyway,
a TikTok, or a meme? That
whatever.
dog. Have you seen it? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Everyone, it is. Are we faking that it was Star Wars Day today, or are we just gonna say in celebration?
It's
in celebration of the recent Star Wars Day.
They say it's May the 4th, and then Return of the 6th or something. Or is it Return of the 5th? Is it Return of the 5th or Return of the 6th?
Return of the 5th, and then the 6th is Revenge of the 6th.
Revenge of the 6th?
Yeah.
I don't know. Either way, I saw something that the 6th can still count. Either way, it's Star Wars Day, and we're
It's
talking
Star
about
Wars
Star
week.
Wars. Yeah, Star Wars week. It's also a birthday.
Oh yeah, you're 65 now.
Yeah.
Welcome to retirement.
Just a couple of years from 72 and a couple of years past 42. 43, whatever. I don't know. I said two twice.
Wherever it lands.
Yeah.
At what point do you think you stop counting your age?
A year ago.
Okay, cool.
Because I'd been thinking for 6 months that I was 24, and then I realized no, you're not. You're not 24 yet, you dumbass. So probably because a couple of years ago, because of the stories I'd heard and the way my mom talked about it, a lot of people get really depressed when they hit 20 or so.
Mm-hmm.
And I just didn't want to do that because I did enough of that in my teenage years. And I was like,
sure.
It's just a day. And it's kind of arbitrary, technically. It's a year by our standard of how long it takes to circle the sun. A year is different on every planet, so why? I don't really give a shit. I'm 7 on some planets. I'm 60 on others. Whatever. I'm just living my life, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I'm digging it. I got to hang out with my mom. Got to have a cool lunch. I found these cool little action figures at a cool little shop. My sister got me a comic book. My aunt got me a cool Harry Potter mug. I'm having a good day.
That's a good day.
Yeah. So.
But
yeah.
On to what's actually important. Not your birthday, but
that's fair.
The actual
it's Star Wars
stuff.
Day. We're talking Star Wars.
We're talking Star Wars this whole episode.
Hells yeah. And we're beginning with so Disney, I guess, recently released their new lightsaber, and it apparently works like a real lightsaber. A lot of us don't know how it works, but dear old Drew, he knows how it works. He's gonna tell us how it works.
80% sure how it works. Yeah.
That's 80% more than I do. So you go right ahead.
Yeah. So my idea, right? My plan, my play, because I looked at some of the patent stuff for it, and someone who sort of explained a little bit of where they got the idea from and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, from what I could tell, there's 3 motors inside it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That run either out or in, depending on which way the blade is. And what it does is it essentially extends like a tape measure, a little metal film that can hold its shape.
Oh, so its resting position is extended.
Its resting position is extended, right?
So it has a motor to reel it back in.
It'll pull it back in. And I don't know the lighting. I think there are 2 of... Well, this is where not looking at the patent is really hurting my credibility here. But I think there may be 2 that go on opposite sides of each other. And when they're pulled in, they're reeled up. But when they extend out, they are sort of next to each other. and then when they, like, as they're going, there's just one light that shines up the middle of them, and they're both like 50% reflective on the inside, so the light bounces around and lights the whole blade. That's my guess.
That would make sense. I did not consider for a single second that its resting position would be extended, making it easier to just reel it back in. That is cool.
Yeah. And did you hear what those are being made for?
I did not. I literally only saw, I think on TikTok, the lady dressed as Rey turning around and using it. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I continued on.
So this is where you're going to get fucking wild, all right?
Okay.
They are made for actors in the Disney parks, right?
Mm-hmm.
But not just any Disney park. A new Disney experience that they're making.
Okay.
Called the Galactic Star Cruiser.
What?
It is a Star Wars themed hotel.
Oh no.
And every room, every corridor,
I did see something about this. Yeah, keep going.
Every hallway in this is the exact same as the interior of a Star Destroyer.
Oh my god. We're going to go on a trip.
We have to. But yeah, the idea is they'll give them to the actors that go around there, and you'll actually have Jedi sightings where you can see them like run up into a hallway, ignite their lightsaber, and then run on.
Oh, that's cool.
So fucking cool.
Oh my god, that's cool. I love it. I love it so much. Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, we got a lot of Star Wars stuff announced yesterday. I don't know if you noticed that.
I think there's another trailer for that one show. I still need to watch the other one you sent me like a month ago. I didn't get a chance to watch it because I was busy when you sent it, and then I forgot about it.
One?
For the Bad Batch. You sent me another trailer for the Bad Batch. I didn't get a chance to watch it. I'm just now.
The first episode's out.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, 1 hour long. First episode's out.
Crap. Do I need to finish Clone Wars though before I can watch it?
You need to finish Rebels before you can watch that.
Oh, okay. Then I'm behind. Yeah. I'll get through that.
You gotta finish them both. Yeah.
Yeah.
But things that won't break canon, new to Disney Plus, thanks to Star Wars Day, 2 incredible new shows that you and I are gonna fucking go to town watching.
Go on.
Number 1, Star Wars Biomes that explain all of the planets and what they're about.
Oh, yes.
Number 2, Star Wars vehicle fly-throughs that take tours of all of the starfighters and vehicles in the universe to show us how they work and what it's like on the inside.
Can you taste the chocolate milk? Because I can taste the chocolate milk of these evenings.
I saw those in... I think there may be another one. Let me double check. But, yeah, I saw those and purposefully did not watch them because they're just too perfect shows.
Wait, are they out already?
They're out.
Holy shit, I thought they like announced it as something
No,
I can't believe they're already out. Oh my god.
Yeah, we have Star Wars Biomes, which has... are they movies? It's an 18-minute short, okay. That take a virtual vacation at some of Star Wars film's most iconic locations, like Hoth, Tatooine, Sorgan, and and others, is what it says. And then vehicle fly-throughs. 1 season. We have 2 episodes out right now. They're only 4 minutes and 5 minutes. But Millennium Falcon, Star Destroyer. Those are the ones that are out right now.
So the Biome one, is that like a vacation video? Like they're come stay at this frosty
place. That'd be fun.
Like, is that what it is?
I have no idea.
Like, are you looking for somewhere to get away from people and you like the heat? Well, Tatooine is the place for you. You'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
There's also a new Simpsons short that is Star Wars.
Nice.
And did this come out recently? That was 2020. Okay. So yeah, Biomes and vehicle fly-throughs.
Sweet. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. But we've been googling and goggling
about the news. Words. But that's good. There's some good news.
Yeah, there's some good news. But we got to get into the meat of our show. We got to start talking nerd shit. Not just the news. We got stuff to talk about.
Drew's leading this one because like he's kind of the Star Wars man.
I'm the guy
of the duo. I'm definitely more movie-based trivia. He gets into the nitty-gritty of the
I'm in the lore. Yeah.
We had a Star Wars trivia game that we would play in our apartment, but it was mostly movie based, so I kicked everyone's butt because I memorized dialogue and shit. But he's like, he can tell you about characters I can't even name. He knows names to ships. I can name maybe 5 ships, but he knows like names of all the ships and shit.
So many, and their model numbers, where they were made, who they were made by.
Exactly. So yeah, what you got? I'm here to answer questions.
Yeah, the first thing I want to do.
Perspective.
First thing I want to do is I want to go through each of the movies, just the core movies, not Rogue One or Solo or even any of the series, just the core 9, and I want to talk about our favorite character. Our least favorite character, our favorite moment, our least favorite moment, and we'll start there. If more stuff comes up, we'll go to it.
All right, there's gonna be some thinking in this one, so you're gonna have some silence to edit.
That's what I'm here for.
All right, so okay, Drew?
Yes.
This is an important question.
Yes.
In what order?
I think timeline order.
So timeline order. So we're starting with Phantom Menace. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So let's see. Phantom Menace. Favorite character.
I already got it.
Go for it.
Qui-Gon. I love Qui-Gon. He's like, I mean, I'm not a Jar Jar Binks bandwagon hater. I just don't think I don't like Anakin. Padme is not super interesting just yet. Mm-hmm. Obi-Wan doesn't get to do anything. Darth Maul could hardly count as a character, honestly.
Right.
If we're honest,
he's just
if we're honest, he's really not. He doesn't do a whole lot. We don't get any Windu really yet, and then the rest are kind of like bad guys. Qui-Gon is a badass. I love the look. I love the persona. I love the presence. Right. I love the perspective.
I do want to say here, I'm going to be going to some obscure characters.
That's totally fine. You can do that.
My rule is as long as they appear in the movie, that's what I'm doing. So like Depa Billaba and Ilsun and other Jedi Council members, I'm gonna count them as that's
totally fine.
Yeah,
but yeah, for me, it's probably Qui-Gon. I really enjoyed his just everything he did. Like he's by the book, but he's not. He's kind of stoic, but he's not. He's like, it's like he strikes me as someone who kind of wants to be a Batman of a person, but just can't. He just can't.
Yeah. One thing that I like about Qui-Gon is he's definitely not the perfect Jedi, but he's the perfect what the Jedi should have been.
Yeah.
He was able to like weigh reason, and this is also getting into some extended lore that's like a little beyond. But the prophecy thing, Jedi sort of outlawed prophecy a long time ago. And because he studied under Count Dooku, Dooku was obsessed with it because Yoda said don't do it, so Dooku said I'm going to. And because of that, Qui-Gon got to learn it, and he eventually stopped. But that's how the like prophecy stuff comes in. It's very much like Qui-Gon isn't on the council because he makes personal decisions. He doesn't fall into the hive mind of the Jedi, which is so interesting. It's so good.
Yeah, he's a really cool presence, and I don't know. He's just every interaction he has, he doesn't take bullshit, but he's also patient. Like I love how often he's like, no, and someone's like, well, argument 4. It's like, yeah, all right. Like it's just it's cool the stuff he does. So he's definitely my favorite.
Okay. Mine from episode 1, and this hardly counts. I can pick another one if you want. But it's my favorite Star Wars character of them all, and that's Quinlan Vos.
Was she in there? Oh, she was in there for a split second.
Yes, he was.
I'm thinking of someone else. Quinlan Vos is your badass with the dreads, isn't it?
Badass with the dreads and a white stripe painted across. Now, I'm like 85% sure that on Tatooine, in the scene, we see the camera pans and we can see a guy sitting there, dreads and a yellow strip across his nose like a tattoo. Pretty sure that's been confirmed as Quinlan Vos.
Just chilling on Tatooine.
Here's the thing. Quinlan Vos is a special type of Jedi that focuses on stealth, spying, and espionage. So he was there doing a mission against the Hutts, trying to find out some information, which we learned in Clone Wars. And it's because he has the reason he's able to do that. There's like a whole Sentinel line that does this. Sentinels are like the spy espionage network. There's a bunch to it, but they fall under that category. He has a special gift, which is good point to say. Some Jedi have special gifts. There are different aspects of the Force that each Jedi is more proficient in, which is why, like, you know, Anakin, he could Force choke super easy because he could just do that. That's what he was good at. Yoda could predict the future because that's just what he was naturally good at. Quinlan Vos had a rare talent where he could touch an object and see the last memory of the last person who held that object.
Nice.
So there are times, and like Clone Wars especially, when I think in one scene in particular, there was a cup that was on the ground in the Hutt's throne room, and he picked it up, got a flash, and saw the vision of Zero the Hutt, who was angry and threw the cup and was able to process the memories.
I remember this. Yeah, that was cool. I love that.
So yeah, Quinlan Vos, he's just like Qui-Gon in the like not the right kind of Jedi to be a good Jedi, but better. Later on, he falls in love with Asajj Ventress, becomes a Sith under Dooku for a while during the Clone Wars after the Jedi sent him to assassinate Dooku, which is fucking a crazy thing for Jedi to do, but they did it. So yeah, they sent him to assassinate Dooku. He went to Ventress for help, fell in love with Ventress, became a Sith, went under Dooku for a while, went back to the Jedi. They fucking brainwashed, conditioned him back into being a Jedi. And then Ventress got killed and he lived life for a little while.
Huh.
Yeah, so that's favorite character. I'm going to get rambly on this episode, everybody. Sorry, this is like totally my shit.
Yeah. He's a good one. I thought you were talking about that lady who's bald with like the weird ponytail. I thought she popped up during the pod racing, so that's who I thought you meant at first.
Lady? Oh, Aura Singh.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is there. But
okay, cool.
No.
So I was right, but I just got the names mixed up.
Yeah, she's up there with the Tusken Raiders during the parties.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking of.
No, Quinlan Vos is the Jedi guy.
Yeah, okay, I'm good. So what's question 2? The least favorite character from the same movie?
Least favorite character from episode 1.
I'm going to ignore Jar Jar just because that's easy to go. That's too easy.
That's fair.
And I don't entirely hate him. I just don't love him.
Okay.
But my least favorite, pre-CGI Yoda. I hated looking at him.
Okay.
Phantom Menace puppet Yoda was disgusting. I don't know how the puppet in the 5th one, which was done in the 70s or the 80s, was better than the puppet in the 90s. I hated looking at it.
Yeah.
That was just disgusting. If that doesn't count because it's a
cosmetic
choice, okay, then that one.
That's what I was gonna say. You can like or dislike these characters based on anything. It can be based on their writing, based on what they do in the show in the movies, or it could be whatever petty thing you want. It doesn't matter.
There's really nothing else I hate as much as that. Everyone else I find at least a little bit interesting, like the guy with the wings and the elephant nose, or the guy who walks on his hands. Like I don't know anyone's name. So yeah, definitely definitely pre-CGI Yoda.
Yeah. Okay, cool. My least favorite character from episode 1, man. I'm bouncing between 2.
Well, there's a 2-headed alien in the Phantom Menace. So just bring them both up. Let's get into it. You can have
the left half of that is my least favorite. No. It's got to go to Boss Nass.
Really? The big green guy in charge of the Gungans?
And in charge of the Gungans, yeah.
I found him interesting in his disgustingness and then willingness to help the Naboo people.
It's just, I didn't like looking at him. He's gross, and the fact that he like when he's like, is that like, do kings have to do that?
I don't fucking know what that's supposed to be. I always thought that was weird and gross, and I did not like him. But if I put them all together, I don't like him on a different level than I don't like CGI Yoda.
The other, man, maybe there's 3 now that I'm thinking about it. Did you notice? I went back and watched episode 1 the other day. Shmi has an accent.
Kinda, yeah.
Do you remember that? Because I didn't remember that until I went back and watched it. Kind of caught me off guard.
She has a way of speaking. I didn't.
No, it's like a full blown accent.
Yeah, no, I did not notice that then.
Yeah, but yeah, the other character that, man, there's so many now that I'm thinking about it. Because like the pilot that got killed in the very, very, very first few scenes was like 12.
Okay, I'm confused. Was that meant to be a kid, or was that just a young lady who sounded like a kid?
I think...
Because I thought it was a kid too, and then upon rewatching it like a year or two ago, I was like, oh, that's just a woman. She's just young. She sounds like a kid, but it was just a lady, I thought. Or was that supposed to be a kid? Because then you've got Natalie Portman playing like a 13-year-old or 15-year-old Padme, but like she can pass for older, so I don't even know.
Oh, who? Okay. Antidar Williams was the other pilot. He and Captain Maui Madiker. Oh yeah, she does look older than... She does look old. Okay, I'll give that a pass. The other one that I'm bouncing off is Newt Gunray's assistant, which is Newt Gunray is the like alien of the Trade Federation with the red robe and the weird...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. His assistant of like, they're in the ventilation shaft. What are we going to do? I just hate his voice, and that's enough reason.
They went out the ventilation. Yeah, that it's also, those are such racial stereotypes.
They so are. It's awful.
It's horrible.
It's awful. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Boss Nass just because I hate that more.
That's fair. All right, so on to the next.
Yes, favorite moment.
Oh, favorite moment.
This can be a full scene, or it can be just a single thing that happened.
Okay.
Like you can say like when Yoda winked, or you can say the entire pod racing sequence. It doesn't matter.
Got a couple that I enjoy every time it's on when I'm watching it, but my go-to is probably when Darth Maul ignites the double lightsaber for the first time.
Ooh.
Or when I don't know. I enjoy the pod racing scene. I like the sound effects of the ships. There's something I find very interesting and soothing about the version. Like each one sounds a little different, which was cool. And I like that big brum 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 brum. But that I imagine the first time watching that, because I remember the first time seeing Kylo Ren's lightsaber in that first teaser trailer and freaking out. I cannot imagine the excitement and the cheers when they first saw Darth Maul's lightsaber. So, but that's always so... Oh, because Duel of Fates, man. That fight is great, and those characters are great, but Duel of Fates fucking makes that fight what it is.
Totally.
Beautiful. So that, I'm gonna go classic Phantom Menace, that first double lightsaber ignition.
Okay. I dig it. My favorite moment from episode 1 is probably the first clash between Qui-Gon and Darth Maul.
Really?
Yeah. When they're leaving Tatooine. And the scene is oddly cut. They're just kind of casually walking, and then it cuts to them running. But Anakin doesn't know why he's running. But Maul comes up, and Qui-Gon says, "Good job, Anakin," and he like draws his lightsaber, and they start to have a fight. The reason I love it so much is there's a scene, like a shot of them fighting like out the point of view of the ship window, and they're like 400 meters away, and you can just see the vague outlines of lightsabers clashing. And there's something about that, like, because the people on there didn't know what was going on until Anakin got on the ship and told them that. So it really drives home the point of like, these fights can be happening and it really doesn't affect anyone else until you notice. Like, it's not a big battle. It's just something that's happening in the distance. And like, oh, wow, that's going on. We need to help.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty... Okay, I'll give you that. That was pretty good. I did not give that enough credit.
Least favorite. And to preface this, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Universe, movies, everything. Andrew's a huge Star Wars movie fan, and less so into the universe, like we said.
I'm getting into it, but yeah, I don't know.
We're still big fans. We openly acknowledge that they're bad.
Yeah.
Like, I won't. If anyone hates the movies, I'm not even going to defend it. I'll try and explain some of the things, but I very much recognize that the only reason I can like Star Wars as much as I do is because I've watched all of the movies, all of the series, read most of the books, like the canon books, and have been in this shit for a while. Yeah. So,
I don't know. Even though I can acknowledge and both talk about how the first 3 aren't great movies, there's not exactly a scene that I don't like to watch. See, exactly. So, but maybe for the first one, when they're submarining through the planet, it's just so confined. A lot of Jar Jar. Yeah. Like a little too much Jar Jar.
It doesn't just have to be a scene. It could be a specific moment.
Oh, like a thing I don't like about the movie in general?
Yeah, like Jar Jar stepping in shit as they were walking through the streets.
I guess most of the Jar Jar stuff on Tatooine. Okay. It's just, I realized that he was supposed to be a villain or whatever, and even if he's not, I realize he's kind of goofy. The amount of shit he's just messing with, like, it's just annoying. I think if I had to pick one, though, my go-to is the fact that whatever the species of the green, bug-eyed, spiky-headed, whatever Greedo's species is, that Greedo alien that Annie is friends with is Greedo. I don't like that. I think that's weird. I think it's weird that... nephew. What?
I don't think that was Greedo.
There's a deleted scene where they get in a fight, and it's like... He swung first. No, he didn't. Like, don't worry, Greedo. No one would assume that you would strike first. And it's like, Han shot first. I get it. I think it's weird to think that Greedo and Darth Vader grew up together. I swear, I've seen that deleted scene. I swear that's supposed to be Greedo. Unless there's 2 of them, and they cut Greedo entirely.
Let's just look him up. Greedo. Died on Tatooine. Yep.
Hardcore died on Tatooine.
Hardcore died on Tatooine, yeah. Appearance. Appears in deleted scenes of Phantom Menace. You were right there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not the same guy.
It's not Greedo?
Nope, it's just a different Rodian.
But they said it was Greedo.
They said a different Rodian was Greedo.
He fought Anakin. They were fighting. They knew each other. I understand. But like his little buddy that we see in the movie Greedo. Is not... Yeah. Okay, fine. I'll accept
You're such a joker, Annie. Oh.
That's not supposed to be Greedo?
Anakin's Rodian friend.
I was just searching that exact sentence.
W. Walt, yep.
Okay, fine. Fine, alright, I'll give that a pass. Since Greedo's just there, it's fair.
Yeah, because he... Watto passes the shop to him, I think. Or is that in Legends? That may be in Legends. Rodian male slave, lived in Tatooine. He was one of Anakin's playmates. That's it. Yeah, just Wald.
Gotcha. All right. What's your least favorite moment then?
Right, that's what we're talking about. Least favorite moment, episode 1. You know, this may be coming from watching too many like VFX breakdowns.
Mm-hmm.
When they are in the council room, when Anakin's doing his like tests, the green screen work is so bad.
Yeah.
It straight up took me out of the movie.
Ooh.
I think that's what it's going to go down to for me.
All right.
It's so enough. Bad. Like they feathered the hair a little bit, which is fine. You do what you can, but they also feathered the edges of Mace Windu's bald head, so his head was fuzzy on the edges.
Oops.
Like, yeah, it's just not great. Yeah. I'm gonna say that. Not to like discount, like, they did a lot of good shit with that movie as far as visual effects go. They also did a lot of bad shit with that movie as far as visual effects go. So I think that just that scene in particular is where I'll put it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay. Episode 2.
Heck yeah.
Favorite character.
I think Obi-Wan. I like episode 2 Obi-Wan a lot. He's got the Jesus hair. He's wisecracking. He's just, everyone is pissing him off. He's pulling all the weight. Mm-hmm. How it should have been a great joke where he goes against the bounty hunter and he's like, okay, yeah, I've got him, but like my ship is a 1-seater. He's like, hey, can we use your ship? No, I'm not gonna let you use my ship. Like, hey, Jedis, can you send me another ship? It's like, no, we can't. It's like, I'm really doing all of the work, aren't I? It's like, yes. Like,
that's a very good Yoda.
Thank you. So this, I like Obi-Wan because he's out there investigating shit. We're meeting some of his friends.
Yeah.
He went out to Kamino. Like, it's cool. It's good. Love it.
Yeah, cool.
I was trying to be quick about it.
Totally. Yeah, we need to hurry this along if we want to talk about other stuff too. Favorite character for me, episode 2, is probably, I was going to say, what's his name? Coleman Tremor or something like that? Coleman Trebor. It's not. But that was going to be my joke. Coleman Trebor is the, like, dinosaur head looking Jedi, which is the first one to die on Geonosis. He just walks up, gets shot, and falls.
Yeah. Oh, what a way to suck.
Yeah.
He's your favorite?
No. I'm gonna have to probably say, I don't know, I think, especially in the later half of that movie, Padme's fucking rad.
That was a close second. She was kicking ass.
She fought a full ass battle.
Yeah,
with
she
gashes
falls in love with
her
Anakin,
back.
so I can't pick her. But like she was.
You took
doing
one.
Oh yeah, she was crushing it.
Actually, no, I'm gonna change it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dooku.
Oh yeah, he's good in that one.
Yeah,
that's also the only one he's in.
He's in 3.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's not.
He's in 3.
No, he's not. I mean, yeah, he is, but he's not.
Yeah, this established Dooku as like a big villain, like a big guy.
He makes some compelling arguments. When you watch it as an adult, you're like, holy shit, the guy with the lightning fingers is making sense.
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable with this.
Yeah. Yeah, least favorite character.
Anakin. I hate episode 2 Anakin. I hate the stupid, I realize it's part of the training. His hair looks dumb. The rat tail is stupid. The performance isn't, I don't want to hate on performance. He's just so much better in 3. He's more comfortable, more confident. It's just everything he does is just dumb, and the writing was bad.
Right. If we talk about the character side, he like is an asshole, and then somehow convinces Padme to like fall in love, and he's just creepy and weird. It just
there's nothing. I almost wonder if I've never seen a theory about this online, but I wonder if he mind tricked her, maybe unknowingly.
No, there's plenty of theories about that.
Really, I've never seen one. Okay, cool. Then I wonder if that's what he did.
Yeah, because... like that's a very common one of like that's the only way, because she goes from hating him to loving him in like that one movie, which is just the time on Tatooine. And what happened on that time? Yeah, he went and massacred a village, and then she fell in love with him.
And she's like, oh, like, well,
right,
hot. No, just ugh.
Yeah, that's a very, very fair argument. My least favorite is Boba Fett.
The kid?
Why
is that? Is it just annoying? Fire! Get him dead!
That is exactly it. It all comes down to my least favorite moment, which I'm just going to go ahead and jump into. Okay. My least favorite moment is the scene. It's my favorite moment. No, it's not. It's a super good moment, and it also sucks. Okay. The scene where Jango and Boba are tracking Obi-Wan through space. The sound design in that is incredible.
I love it. I love when they brought that into The Mandalorian as well. I freaked out.
The seismic charges?
Oh, yes. Those seismic charges.
If you guys haven't seen this in a while, go back and just watch that scene and just listen to it. Just listen to it. But the reason I hate him and it so much is in that scene, he's like, they're sitting in Slave One, chasing Obi-Wan down, and he's yelling, but he's whisper yelling. And it's the most awkward thing to listen to. It's,
fire!
Yeah, you got him. Get him, Dad. Whoa, watch out. And it's like, yell. Just at least yell. If you're fine, yell. Or just don't pretend you're yelling. And it's just so frustrating and annoying. And like, as far as a character standpoint goes, he's a kid. Like that. And even an actor standpoint, actor's a kid. It's not, you're not going to get top tier acting out of it. It's just the way that he's written doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. He's done so much better in Clone Wars, which is after the trauma, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like he shows up, he opens the door and looks at Obi-Wan and then looks at the Kaminoan behind and says, "Yeah, can I help you? We're looking for your dad." "Okay." Is he here? "Yeah."
Sure.
Like, it's just frustrating.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. My favorite moment,
yes,
is the arena battle, because you know how I love alien monsters.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing those three, that was my favorite part every time I was a kid. The rat tiger, the weird green spider, and the three-horned. Yeah, you know the names. I love all of it.
Next to the Acolyte and the Rhino, I don't remember.
Yep, love it. Super cool, super dope. Love watching it. I'm here for it.
With that, my favorite moment is the scene right after when the clones the first appearance of the clones.
The attack of the clones.
The attack. That's my favorite.
Nice.
I already talked about my least favorite, so if you want to hit yours.
Probably almost anything involving Anakin, honestly.
Cool.
There's really, I don't think anything, I mean, there's like a couple of conversations where he acts, yeah, exactly. There's a couple of things where he acts like a normal human being, but otherwise they're just, I don't know. The one time I like him is like when he's flying after the bounty hunter. He's using his intuition and he's doing cool shit. Otherwise, anything with him.
Okay. Episode 3.
Yes.
Favorite character?
Favorite character... I don't know. See, now I'm flipping. I really like Episode 3 Anakin.
Cool.
He's so much more with it.
Yeah.
He just feels more established. He knows what he's doing. The mistakes he makes aren't as stupid. Mm-hmm. And there's multiple times where it's like, if it were left to Obi-Wan, they would have been screwed. Anakin is the one who's doing all this stuff. Granted, the line delivery during the big badass fight is a little cringy, of course.
You will try.
Exactly. But I'm down with the motivation for the most part, where he totally flips and is like, from my perspective, the Jedi are evil. It's like, okay, when did that happen? Mm-hmm. But otherwise, I like for the most part his journey and his struggle. I like the online arguments where he could have been like, just talk to the Jedi, maybe they can help Padme, and you can turn in the Emperor, and it's like fairly easy. But since we're not trying to fix the movie, dealing with what we are given, I like Anakin in that film.
I think mine's going to go to General Grievous.
Oh, damn it. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to change it, but yeah.
Yeah, it's just...
That's a good one.
It's such an interesting, cool character that we get introduced to.
Mm-hmm.
And when he fucking dies and his eyes explode.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
Oh. So uncivilized.
Okay. Least favorite.
Least favorite character.
Ooh, in 3.
In 3. Well, let me go through a little bit.
I've got to think about this one.
I have one, but it's so stupid. No, I'm not going to count that. That's dumb. My immediate go-to is the Emperor.
Me too.
Because of his sleeves. I hate his fucking sleeves. When they walk in, when Windu, Kit Fisto, and the other two walk in, he's wearing these big ass puffy shoulder sleeves. And it's like, you don't look cool. You look dumb. But like, that's my only reason. Like, I just think he looks dumb.
My reason for Emperor is Like, he's shooting the lightning at Mace, and it's being reflected back. And, like, one, just stop.
Well, didn't he do that on purpose?
He totally did. But the line delivery of, please, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Please kill me.
I can't hold it any longer.
Help,
I'm too
help
weak.
me. I just,
The
every time
Jedi
I
are
watch
taking
that,
over.
please. Just that in my head of like, that's like watching a guy saw through his own leg. You're like, they're cutting my leg off. Like, dude, quit. Please, you gotta help me. Dude, stop. No, you have to help me. Like, you can help you right now, man. Yeah.
I also just feel like that was a risky plan on his part.
Totally. What if
Like,
Anakin waited?
what if there was traffic? Like, Windu was gonna kill you, man. Like, you put yourself in such a vulnerable position.
Yeah.
But
I'm
yeah,
not down with the whole Palpatine mastermind thing.
that's all we're given, so I have to vibe with it. Because if I don't, it honestly ruins the only thing combined, like melding all of the movies.
Right.
And I want to like Star Wars. So.
We're here to appreciate Star Wars, not
Today.
to
that's for a later date.
Work on it. So
on International Star Trek Day, we'll shit on Star Wars. All right. Okay. So favorite moment from 3.
Yes.
For me, it's Order 66. As messed up as that sounds, I feel like that scene was done so well. It's so powerful. It's the music is so good, and like it always gets me the fact that Yoda can feel all of it, and he can't do anything about it. It took a while to get my youngest sister into Star Wars. I showed her that scene, and she was like the child equivalent. Well, fuck, what happened? Right. And now I gotta watch it.
Yeah,
like the lady who they just ambush, and the guy who's flying. I don't know. Yeah, you know the names. The guy with the him, and then the dickhead, and it's just
Mundi.
Yeah, close second is the Yoda versus Emperor fight in the courtroom or whatever. That was I love it. But the scene that always gets me, and I will watch it, and be into it and all that is when Order 66. And I love how when Yoda kills the 2 stormtroopers, the Wookiees are just like, yeah, okay. Like you've been fighting. Yeah, sorry, the 2 clones. You've been fighting with them for days now, and your leader just killed them, and you're just like, all right. Not even gonna question it.
Yeah,
but for me it's that. What's your favorite moment?
The easy answer is the Obi-Wan Anakin fight.
Oh, of course.
But
it goes a little long, but yeah,
it's so good. It truly shows like the effort that both the actors went into to learn that shit. It's so good. But I honestly want to say the opening scene, the Battle of Coruscant.
Oh, that is a good one. They get really cool cinematography in that.
Yeah, even narrowing it down even further, the opening shot where you just see 2 Jedi starfighters cruising along, and then they break the plane
above it's not even Coruscant. Like, ugh.
Well, I was talking about they're cruising along and there's nothing happening, and then they turn the corner and it's the biggest space battle we've ever seen. It's so cool.
that was a good one. All right, cool. I like that.
Okay. That's the prequels.
Yeah.
Episode 4. What started it all?
Arguably the most boring.
Sure.
If you love Star Wars, it's like, oh, Star Wars. But if you're not, it's like, this kind of sucks. It's just like the lamest lightsaber battle. So little is happening. It's the most cliche story. It's the classic dude, sword, wizard, bad guy in a cape. But it's Star Wars, so we love it. So favorite character in the first Star Wars.
You better not take mine.
I don't know what yours go-to is. For me, it's probably...
Don't do it.
I feel like the way you're saying it, I feel like you know what I'm going to say, and I don't. There's no way.
Who's your favorite?
In the first one, it's C-3PO.
Okay.
I don't know. Later he complains in more of a silly Sheldon Cooper way, but in episode 4, I feel like he's much more with it than people give him credit.
Mm-hmm.
Because he absolutely can't stand the hand he's been dealt, and he's just being led from place to place. But then when it comes to when they're being bought, he's like, oh, sir, no, that R2 unit, he is in prime condition. Why did you get that one? None of this, like, oh, he's stupid. Screw that one. Like, no, he is like, I need to help this guy. Like, I need to help out. So no, I like C-3PO a lot in the first one, because he's also he's the first guy to talk. He's like, he's the first character to say anything in a Star Wars movie. He's kind of what started it all in a lot of ways. So, C-3PO.
Hell yeah.
What was yours that you were so worried I was going to take? Were you going to say Leia? Because I had thought about it.
I was thinking Leia, but now that I'm like thinking back, in one, nah, Leia's still badass. Yeah, I'm going with Leia.
Yeah.
Yep. It's just the fact that it's so opposite, especially for the times. It's so opposite the expectation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's save the damsel in distress, and then when you do, she's the one who's really like taking
saving
charge.
you.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
And it was what I don't think enough people think about is that Luke is the kid. Mm-hmm. He's acting like a kid. He is a kid. He's the same age as Leia. Leia is leading a part of a rebellion. She is being interrogated and tortured by her father, and then watches her planet destroyed and takes it like a champ. And Superman weeps about that as an adult. He didn't watch it like Leia did. She's just like, hell yeah. She's making her mama proud. She's making the galaxy proud. So I will give you that, but I enjoy watching C-3PO.
That's cool. Yeah, totally. Least favorite.
Jabba the Hutt. Ugh. I can't believe after 3 separate Jabba CGI upgrades, we have not had one in like the last 10 years when they could actually make it look good. Like not even for Disney Plus. Like that scene is so gross. It's cool that they added it because it's the first time we see Boba Fett, but like arguably he doesn't do anything until like 5, and he barely does anything in 5.
Right.
But whatever. So for me, Jabba the Hutt. It's just gross.
For me, it's gonna be Boba Fett simply because he doesn't do anything. Not to keep hating on Boba. This is two in a row, or 2 from the series that I've said.
Yeah, you just don't like Boba Fett, do you?
It's just everything cool about Boba Fett doesn't exist. It's just cool helmet, awesome, cool armor, cool.
Yeah.
And then that's all he is.
People were shitting on Phasma in the sequels, but it's like Phasma has done as much or more than what Boba Fett did in the originals.
She at least had a fight scene.
Exactly. Like, I mean, I do love Boba Fett. I fell into that same mysterious badass character, but he doesn't do anything in the original trilogy. He's amazing in Mandalorian. He absolutely kicks ass in The Mandalorian. But like everything about Star Wars is cool because of the stuff they add later.
Yep.
Like everyone shits on Phasma. Everyone loves Boba Fett. Boba Fett didn't do it. Anyway. Okay, so favorite moment from
4
from New Hope. Okay, favorite moment for me. I really like the opening. I like the R2 and C-3PO escaping and getting to Luke. I just enjoy watching. I like their 2 different. It's an interesting way to start an action movie, even though it was a kids movie. Like there's very little dialogue, and that's the first. Well, one can speak, the other can't, but the other understands. Mm-hmm. Like they're relying a lot on you paying attention and giving a crap, and in a way, it's a little risky. So yeah, I like the opening. I like C-3PO and R2-D2 on Tatooine.
Okay. I like the the moment that quickly follows after the trash compactor, where 3PO is like, "Oh, they're dead.
They're dying. Oh, listen. They're dying. Oh, I'm killing. Oh, I can't watch." Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. It just that's the one thing from all of Star Wars that I'll watch and it'll just crack me up. Listen to them down there. They're just celebrating. It's so good.
They're dying. Yeah, that's okay. I'll give you that. Least favorite moment.
Yes.
Well, I have 2.
Okay.
I don't know. The one's just funny. So the go-to is the lightsaber fight. It's just so lame.
It's so disappointing.
It's so lame. And like Rogue One, they get an opportunity to explain it away. If one guy got a lucky shot and hit Vader, and we could say he was injured, but they didn't even do that. So they're just 2 old men who can't see. But my other one, and CinemaSins joked about this. They pointed out when they find the killed Jawas, and it's like, look at these blaster points, way too not random enough to be sand people. Only Imperial stormtroopers are so precise. Since when? Like I know they explain it away later, but
they do explain it away, right?
Man, y'all are so precise killing Jawas, and then you get your ass kicked by Ewoks.
Yeah. I've got two also.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
The first one is the when Obi-Wan makes the dragon sound.
Oh yeah, it just gets weirder with each redo.
It just gets weirder and weirder, and it's like, okay, just stop.
I love that the Krayt Dragon makes the original sound though in Mandalorian season 2.
Yeah,
that was a really cool way to bring that cool. back. I appreciate that. Like Jon Favreau, you killed it.
John and Dave, the saviors of Star Wars.
Yep.
We're here to love Star Wars, not hate on it.
We are here to love Star Wars. Okay, of that moment, I definitely had a preferred version of those two.
The other one is shit, I just had it and then I lost it and I got it back and now it's gone again.
It's not a long movie.
I know. Fuck.
And fight, Han Solo related. Training.
It is Han Solo related.
Okay,
you got me. It's the scene that they added in of Han Solo talking to Jabba as very before he leaves. Yeah. The like formerly deleted scene that they added back in, and they threw a CG. Yeah, and they threw a CG.
Yeah, that Jabba. First CG version was horrible.
Yeah, oh, totally. Yeah, I think that gets because it's just so.
It doesn't do a whole lot for the movie. Honestly, the only thing it does is introduce us to Boba Fett.
Oh wait, is 4 Wakatiki that song?
No, that's 6.
That's okay. I couldn't remember because I know it was the seeing Jabba and it was added in later. I didn't remember if it was 4 or 6.
Yeah, that's
so
6.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go with.
We'll get to it.
That's definitely gonna be in our list. Yeah, I think either of those because the sound just gets dumber and dumber, and the like. It's they
also okay. Totally hopping on your point with that. Mm-hmm. They make a point to say later that he mimicked the sound of a dragon to scare them, but they make a point to show us him making it look like
waving his arms.
Yeah, like him visually is what scared them.
I'm a dragon.
If it was just the set, like I think it would have been interesting even more for the viewer to hear that and wonder, okay, what the fuck is that? Mm-hmm. And then it's just a dude. Like if they could see him making that sound, that wouldn't have been scary.
Or if it was like that sound woke up Luke, right? Mm-hmm. And he's like, "Oh fuck, we got to get out of here, old man."
It didn't wake him up. Obi-Wan got to him.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If instead the sound woke him up.
Oh, and
he's like, he sees Obi-Wan who's calm, and he's like, "Old man, you're crazy. We got to get out of here." And he's like, "Oh,
there's a Krayt Dragon."
Worry not. It's just me yelling my uwu sounds.
Exactly. Yeah. No, you make a good point. That's a weird scene.
Yeah.
All right. Is that that's New Hope? So we're on to the best.
Number 5.
The best Star Wars movie.
The Sinner.
Yeah, we're halfway through.
Okay.
Favorite character? Is that what we're starting with? Okay. For me, I think Han Solo crushed it in this one. I think I love everything he does, other than he's a little pushy with Leia. Like, consent is important. Mm-hmm. But like not the whole opening, well, I know, and it's Harrison Ford, but
it's
the opening where he's like, "Nah, kid, I'm pissed. I'm heading back." And then as soon as he's like, doesn't come back, he's like, nope, I don't care what any of you fuckers are saying. I'm going out to find him. Like this is happening. I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And then like he's just like I when Leia says he's a natural leader, I'm like, yeah, I get that. They portray that very well. He's telling people what they're going to do in a non-obnoxious way because it makes sense, because he knows what he's doing and everyone knows that he knows what he's doing. And I love it. I like Luke's journey. He's learning, but he's so impatient. He's not to him being his prime self yet, which is fine.
Right.
I feel like Han is in prime Han during Empire. Luke is in prime Luke during Return of the Jedi.
Yep, agreed.
So, and Yoda was cool. I love seeing Yoda, but honestly, even though it's so important, you could take all of the Luke and Yoda stuff out, and I'd still be thoroughly entertained watching Han, Chewie, Leia, and the droids just trying to escape the Empire and hide out on Cloud City. Right. I'm thoroughly entertained with that. So, yeah, for me, it's Han Solo.
I think for me, it's Darth Vader.
Oh, he was good.
Because in 4, he was like, it was Darth Vader, and he was kind of honestly a pushover.
Kind of. He's like a lackey to that. To Tarkin.
Tarkin. Mm-hmm. But in 5, you really see the rage and the anger, and like that scene where he's
choking people across ships through a screen. Like, oh yeah,
yeah. And when they open the doors in Cloud City, and he's standing there, and he just puts a hand up to stop the blaster bolts. That's like,
he's
shit.
He's sitting at the table, like,
right.
That's
just, oh shit, you're out of your league.
Mm-hmm.
And then, we'll go with that.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Least favorite?
Least favorite from 5. See, that's kind of hard because 5 is really solid just as a movie.
Yeah, least favorite doesn't mean it's bad.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I don't hate Boba Fett.
I've got mine if you want to.
Crap.
Ooh, wah, ooh, chiki, chiki, ooh. Chiki, chiki, ba, ba, ooh, wah, yeah.
You did that really well, actually. Okay, maybe... Yeah, you go ahead since you got yours already.
Mine is, sadly, I hate saying it, but Lando Calrissian.
Really? Yeah. You don't like Lando? I thought he was in such a bind. Like, he put the well-being of all of his people over his best friend. I can't imagine what that would be like. And then he saves everybody.
Yeah, it's super inconsistent. Like, I think it's fine. I think it works for the movie and everything. But as far as like a character in universe goes, it's he signed a deal, he broke it, or he talked to Luke and Leia, or no, Han and Leia, and then he broke their trust, and then he went back and broke the Empire's trust, and it's just so back and forth.
Well, it seemed like because Vader kept changing it. Like at first it was like Han was going to be interrogated and tortured. And then, that was it. And then Vader changed it to Leia, and the Wookiee had to stay. And then he handed Han over to the bounty hunter, which was not a part of the original deal.
I've got other reasons too.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go on. You go on.
He's creepy with Leia.
That's fair.
He destroyed 3PO, or had 3PO destroyed.
I thought the stormtroopers did that.
Like sorta. He did it, being the leader there.
Well, okay.
Signed off. Well, he didn't really sign off on them taking Han. You're right about that. But yeah, he's just creepy with. And then he had them imprisoned, right?
Kinda.
I
mean, I don't think he did that. Like, Vader was going to do that regardless.
It's been a while. 5 is the one I watched the least.
See, I find him intriguing because I feel like he pulls kind of like what Captain America does with Bucky in a more interesting way. He weighs the well-being of the city over his relationship with Han, but then once it gets serious enough that Han might die, he then tells the city to book it because he's going to save Han. So, I don't know. He's definitely creepy. I'll give you that. But I find him very interesting, and I like seeing another Han Solo kind of character who's different enough that it's still fun to watch.
Yeah. Just seeing him in the other movies, it feels weird. Like I like him in Solo. He's the best part of Solo.
Oh God, Donald Glover crushed that.
And him in 6, super good. It's super exciting to see him come back. Mm-hmm. But in 5 and in 9, he's kind of just a little too creepy for me.
9, it's also not really super necessary or helpful. But they needed another reveal. But we won't get into it. We're loving Star Wars today.
We're getting closer. So that's Lee's favorite. Like I said, it doesn't mean I hate him. I still think it's a perfect fit for the movie. I think everything is justified. It's just, of everything that I'm offered there, that is my least favorite. Because another thing we got to think about with 5 is that has the fewest amount of characters that we actually see.
That's true. We don't get a whole lot of new people.
Yeah, because Luke goes to Dagobah.
We get a lot of new throwaways. We get the bounty hunters and a lot of Empire guys and a lot of rebels that die.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
yeah, you're
but
right.
as far as like Luke goes to Dagobah, which is nothing, and then Han and Leia and Chewie go
Spent a
to
great deal of time in space.
in space alone, and then on Cloud City with Lando, and
Yeah.
then eventually Darth Vader.
Good point. I have mine now.
Yes.
Total 180. It's 3PO. I
Okay.
find him, everything he does in this movie is just annoying. He's talking loudly about the odds of Luke surviving.
Mhm.
He's and then he's interrupting when Leia and Han actually are kind of like getting like, hey, okay, I'm feeling it. You feeling it? Yeah, we feeling it. And he's like, hey, I isolated the reverse power coupling or whatever. And then he sees they're running away from the Star Destroyers, and he's holding up his leg like, R2, you're not done yet. And then when he sees Han has been frozen in carbonite, he's like, oh, they've encased him in carbonite. He should be very well protected. Motherfucker, he is frozen in carbonite.
Right. You've had emotions
Like,
before. Where'd those go?
Seriously, you have cared. You've given a shit. Where did that go? When did you become this dolt of a droid? Like, what the hell? So yeah, total switch for me with
Okay.
3PO.
Favorite moment?
Favorite moment. Either the opening battle on Hoth,
Yep.
or
Oh, so
when Han is evading the Empire in the asteroid field. I think that whole sequence is dope. Like the
so
back and
good,
forth with the asteroid, this space worm,
Yep.
and Boba Fett knowing where he is. I think all that's cool. Or if it's just a quick silly little moment, I think
Sure.
it's 5, where the Empire guys, like the higher ups, are like, you deactivated light speed, right? Of course we did. And then it light speeds and you see their faces because they're standing next to Darth Vader.
That is.
I
Yeah.
love that moment. So I just picked 3 real quick, so sorry. But yeah, one of those 2 for sure. I love all of those moments.
Okay. Mine is the first real lightsaber fight that we get in Star
Yes,
Wars.
yeah, that was, see, for me, I thought that was too easy, but that's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. Because I think that one is like shot in such a way that it really makes use of lightsabers giving off light.
Oh,
The,
yeah,
the
very
entire
much
fight
so.
is in the dark, and you can still follow it because you can see their silhouettes, and you can see the lightsaber colors, and it
Mhm.
looks so good.
They also oh my god, the scene where he walks up the stairs.
Yes.
The lights are balanced because like the fog makes the light behind Vader look blue,
Mhm.
and he's holding a red lightsaber. And then Luke holds his blue lightsaber, but the lights on the steps are red.
Oh, red. It's
It's
so good.
beautiful. So good. I got chills just describing it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good one. And like he's so beat up in the end, and like you can tell Vader's kind of toying with him because he's
Sure.
got other intentions. And that leads in, but like that makes me wonder, like, why is it okay for Vader to toy with Luke, but not okay for Kylo Ren to toy with Finn? Like, well, how did Kylo Ren get beat up by a stormtrooper who never fought? Like, he was toying with him, and as soon as Finn got a little tiny slice on him, he was pissed and knocked him out in a second. He was done. He was done playing with him, but we're not there yet. So that was 5. Yes.
Okay.
Least
Least
favorite moment
favorite.
for 5.
I've got mine.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
you go ahead then.
Seeing the like the droid part place in like the conveyor belt with the Ugnaughts and stuff
The
on
trash
Cloud City.
room.
The trash room, yeah.
Yeah.
Just something about that always just feels bad to me. That's something that I can't really explain away.
Is it just knowing where one of our main characters ended up?
Maybe. I
Just-
think it's
just
I think it's
completely
more
thrown away.
I think it's more the idea that's sort of pushed off that Ugnaughts work there and they're sort of like
The house elves of Star Wars.
right, they're not allowed to be anywhere else because you don't see them anywhere else. They're just pushed away in this room.
I had not considered that. That's a good point.
Yeah, it's just a whole gross feeling altogether.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. For me, I don't know, maybe parts of the training, because there's
They're
so
kinda
much of,
boring.
well, not just that, there's so much of it that's just, I'm sitting really far away from my mic just then. The training parts, it's so much of a, like well, why can't I? No, there is no why. It's like, well, why the fuck not? Like, this is something that's been kind of dead now for 18 years. He doesn't know what he's doing. You know he's your last hope, kind of. Why are you playing hard to get, Yoda? Like, you know what's going on. And then he's like, well, why can't I do this? Why can't I do it? Like, are you seriously you're not gonna answer these questions? Like, the blind following that goes into just learning to be a Jedi is gross.
Yeah,
in my opinion. And then Yoda is not like that a whole lot later. Mm-hmm. He's so compassionate, and he's very much Jedi code in the prequels, but he's so sweet. He's the one teaching kids and crap like that.
Thoughtful and caring. And he's the one that gives Anakin the advice on his nightmares.
Exactly. And then I know there's issues with 8. I get that. But I like his moment in 8. I like Spirit Yoda being like, yeah, we fuck up, man. That's the point. You can't do what you're doing. Like, it begs the question, why didn't you do that earlier?
Right.
But it's just, if we are to look at Yoda overall, 5 is the most not Yoda of the Yoda, and I think just parts of 5 Yoda.
Okay. We're on to 6.
We are. This is my favorite one.
Okay.
So favorite character in 6. Luke.
Okay.
Easy. I love Luke in 6. I feel like he's a good balance of what a Jedi can be, like, in that Qui-Gon kind of way, where, like, he's going to follow his rules.
Yeah, it's very much, like, not what a Jedi should be, but what a Jedi can be. And I'm so into that.
Exactly. And see, I feel like Kylo was on an evil equivalent in 8, which I hated that they kind of just got rid of. Like, he was going to follow his rules. He's going to do what he wants within the realm of what is possible without it being totally horrible. I love his fight. The green lightsaber, man. That was the first one I saw all the way through. And when he ignites the green lightsaber, it's like, ooh, yes. Hell yeah. So cool. I love the look. I love the robot hand. All of it. Luke for sure.
I think I've got to give it to Leia again in 6.
Oh, she was doing fantastic in that.
Like, went on practically a solo mission on Endor.
Mm-hmm.
Became a, like, diplomat for the Ewoks.
For the Ewoks, yeah. Also, signed up right away for the team to go to Endor with Han.
Like, they stole a speeder bike, and she, the one who's not trained in the Force, is the one just blowing these people into smithereens.
And she was trying to get everyone out before she got on her transport. Han had to drag her out of the facility.
Yep.
To save her, and, like, she's got some really good looks in that movie too. I'm sorry, I'm thinking back to 5.
You are thinking back to 5.
I'm sorry, I got them confused. I'm just thinking of how great of a character she is.
Yeah.
But she's got some cool moments in that one for sure.
Yep.
And I love how she kills Jabba. That's so good.
Yeah, it's so it just feels so satisfying.
It does, because he's not shot. He's not stabbed. She chokes him with the chain that he put on her. Yeah.
Yeah. And the way that she makes her entrance undercover as a fucking bounty hunter to steal Han.
Got a nod
from
Boba Fett. She got a fucking nod from Boba Fett. Like, yeah. I'll give you that. That's a good one. So the twins. The twins for Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. Least favorite.
Least favorite character.
Yep.
I'm thinking.
I don't want to say it again.
You have the same one?
Like, maybe.
You don't like Boba Fett in this one? Does it even count? That hardly counts.
He got smacked in the back and died. Yeah, well, he didn't die, but he got smacked in the back and got pulled out of the movie.
It's kind of pathetic.
The Fetts just have a pathetic showing in the.
They really do. It's not fair. I like he definitely does better later on.
Yeah. I won't. I'll pick somebody different.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, it's so easy. I don't know. Okay, I could go on about others, but maybe the droid that is in charge of the droids in Jabba's palace. She's just such a bitch. Like, torturing things and throwing C3PO up there and making R2D2 a waiter.
That whole droid torture room.
That's weird.
Man, that's fucked up.
Exactly. How do you torture a droid?
They do. That one screams in pain.
I know, but like how? How does it feel things?
I don't know.
But I don't know. That's that or like one of the pigs.
The Gamorreans.
Yeah, I mean, they don't do anything, but they're just
die.
they're a little more childish than what we had previously had. I don't have an issue with the Ewoks like a lot of people do.
I think Ewoks are fine.
Yeah, Ewoks are totally fine. I like seeing more primitive species.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Warwick Davis. Like, Warwick Davis has got his hand in so many nerdy things. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe the bitchy droid.
Okay. Yeah, fair. Mine's Bib Fortuna.
Oh my god, yeah, that's a good one.
The Twi'lek advisor. Man, this is where I get into like, if people are listening to this that don't know Star Wars very well, I just explained Bib Fortuna, the Twi'lek. They don't know what that is.
Like, oh, that really helps. Thank you.
He's the guy with like the skin necklace that he wears. That's his own head.
Yeah, it's gross.
He's just gross. Twi'leks are super cool.
I love Jabba's gasp when he's like, he must be allowed to speak. Whoa, you weak-minded fool.
Right. Because he's been with Jabba since the Clone Wars, at least.
Mm-hmm. He's in Phantom Menace.
That's right. He's in Phantom Menace.
Because Jabba falls asleep and he taps him on the shoulder. So he's been around since
Forever.
The beginning.
Yeah.
And then he's taken over at the end of Mandalorian season 2, and Boba kills him.
Yeah.
And he got fat.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, there's just because this gets a little into the shallow side of Star Wars. Twi'leks are the sexy species. That's kind of what they were made for. Of course, Ryloth has been made since then, and we've got actual good Twi'lek characters. But originally, Twi'leks were only made so that Jabba would have some dancers.
Ugh, God.
And just seeing the beauty of these blue and green colors that are the dancers, and then seeing the absolute complete opposite, this pale flesh color that's veiny and gross. Mm-hmm. I just hate looking at him.
That's a good one. No, you thought that through a lot more than I did. That was good.
Okay, favorite moment.
Favorite moment.
Yep.
I think it's got to be the fight between Luke and Vader.
There's so much passion.
Right, yeah, and the red and green, mostly because they actually are complementary colors. The red and green just looks so good, and the fight is intense. The music is great. The Emperor's egging it on, and then he stops. Like, yeah, I love it. Love it a lot.
Yeah. For me, it's probably the speeder scene.
And in the forest?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good one.
My favorite stormtrooper armor is that scout armor. So seeing that for the first time,
yes.
And then also seeing like everything that you would want to happen in that fight happens. Like you see these long speeders, and you're like, oh, Luke, cut the front off of one of these, and he does. And it's like, oh shoot, I want to see one of them run into a tree, and it does. And it's just like everything that you want to happen to these does, and it just feels so good.
They've got cool sound effects too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like their sound effects as well. All right, so that's okay, cool.
Least favorite.
Least favorite moment.
Yep.
I think like my favorite, I'm gonna go easy and say the whole song. I didn't hate it as a kid, but now I don't like watching it anymore.
Yeah.
Our least favorites all come from Jabba's palace.
It's a pretty bad place.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't want to jump on the same as yours.
But that was definitely what you were gonna say.
Totally. I mean, I said it earlier. Like,
yeah, exactly. But there's honestly, if you don't hate the Ewoks, there's not a whole lot else wrong.
Yeah. Still
Return.
There's the accidental defeat of Boba.
Yeah, but it's still Jabba related.
It's still Jabba related, but it's not the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, the act, because it's just, he turns around, and that's what defeats.
Mm-hmm.
It's so stupid.
Isn't his backpack or his jetpack supposed to be made of the same metal?
Like, yes,
the Beskar metal, which is supposed to be borderline indestructible.
I think it's made from a different material.
Okay, because they do the same thing in Mandalorian. He slaps it and it freaks out again and flies away. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, that's the whole point of retrieving it. Is because it's made of Beskar.
Maybe it's made of Beskar, but the electronics inside are not.
Okay.
So, like, when you smack it, the electronics are so shit that it makes the ignition go.
I'll accept it, because that's really the only thing we could think of.
Yeah.
Alright, that's cool. Now that's Return of the Jedi. Now we get into the sequels, which, yes, but I'm going to be strong.
Let's do it.
I'm going to try to make... I know by the time we get to 9, though, I'm going to be...
It's going to be hard.
Okay, but full disclosure... I like 7 a lot.
I like 7.
I don't hate 8. I know
do.
you don't like 8, and a lot of people can't stand 8. But if I had to pick between 8 and 9, I like 8 more. Because of what 9 was gonna be, and what we got instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, but 7. So favorite character in 7.
Mm-hmm.
I like Rey a lot.
I like Finn a lot.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that's the simplest way we can go through this. Of like, Rey is awesome.
I love her. She's so compelling. I don't understand the people who called her Mary Sue, but we're okay with Anakin and Luke.
Right.
She's so much more compelling. Anakin, yeah, he was a slave, but he had a mother and a home. Rey has never had that. She's living out of an AT-AT, like barely scraping by, and then she's had to learn to fight. She's surrounded by aliens speaking different languages. Like, I find her very, very interesting, and I was so excited for where she was going. They didn't take her anywhere super fulfilling. But back in the day, 2015, Force Awakens, Rey, easy.
Yep. And I go with Finn because it's so interesting to see the other side of a conscripted soldier.
I think that would be my second choice, honestly.
Yeah.
I like Finn a lot, if not BB-8. I love BB-8.
BB-8's great.
But that's also an easy one.
Yeah.
Okay, so least favorite. Oh shit, I forgot Kylo Ren. I actually do like Kylo Ren a lot. I'm going to save that because he's better than others. So, least favorite.
Ugh. Hux. Yeah, it's Hux for me in 7.
I might... Let me think. Yeah. I was almost gonna... Yeah. No, you're right. I was almost gonna say Poe, but I just watched 7. Poe is really good in 7. It's later when he becomes a hindrance. So... Yeah, you're right, Hux. But Hux also just gets worse and worse.
I just need him to lose.
Yeah, I don't need you to win. I don't care if you win. I just need Kylo Ren to lose.
My favorite thing about that is in Rebels, there's a high-ranking general with red hair that wears black officer's uniform all the time that is a spy for the Rebels.
Oh my god.
And they just copy-paste into 9. We're here to love Star Wars. Here to love Star Wars. Let's do it.
I almost said, though, Leia, because I just feel like she doesn't get to do anything.
She doesn't get to do anything, yeah.
She doesn't get to do anything. Han gets to do stuff a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Han and Chewie both, yeah.
I am very comfortable going with Hux.
Okay.
Now, 8.
Nope.
You're going to skip... Oh, I'm sorry. Favorite moment. I'm sorry. Favorite moment from 7. Either the opening where we're introduced to Rey...
That's such a good one, yeah.
Yeah, like there's very little dialogue, but we get a lot of what we need to know. Or the fight between Kylo, Finn, and Rey as the star is
being sucked
away.
Mm-hmm, that's a good
and
one.
He's injured, and he's messed up, and like Rey believes in the Force and uses it. Like, I love it. I honestly love it, and it's so cool because you're surrounded by snow. But they're using their sabers, and it's causing steam and stuff every time it touches the ground. Like, And he gets a gnarly ass cut. I hate that they changed it. So yeah, I think that might be it. I love that whole sequence.
Cool. For me, it's probably the scene before they get into the Millennium Falcon when the Rey, Finn, and BB-8 are being chased through the Jakku market.
Yeah.
Being shot at by TIE fighters.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like the most unwinnable fight that could happen.
Right. They talked about that, the actors. That was one of their hardest days because running in sand sucks.
Yes, totally.
And they said there's only so many explosions you can do. So when you knew you were on the last one, you felt relieved because it meant you could stop running in the sand. Right. You couldn't do any more takes. So yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
And the music rises when we see the ship and everything. She does some really cool maneuvers. Like that's a good sequence flying around and then the Falcon. So yeah, okay, good stuff. Least favorite of 7. I don't really. I feel this is a fault of the next 2 movies, but I don't really particularly care or enjoy the whole Maz stuff. I don't hate Maz, but they do so little with her later that this, watching them all, knowing where it's going, the whole going to Maz thing just feels useless. And then we get the lightsaber thing, which they never explain.
I forgot about that fight. That may be my actual favorite.
Between Finn and the Stormtrooper?
Just the whole sequence when Maz's place gets leveled.
Yeah. I like the scene where Poe comes in and he's destroying stuff and it's just a pan around and we follow him flying around. Like it's a good fight sequence, but before that I just like drama, complaining, fear, coward, like whatever.
Yeah, my least favorite is when Rey touches the lightsaber and gets the flashbacks.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it's super cool. And I think I have the same argument as you. Like we talked about a long time ago, that's a very rare force power that Rey only uses like twice in the entire...
Right. See,
never in 8. She uses it again with the dagger again, which is cool. It's super cool to see. But the fact that it's like this huge thing that is just ignored, or it's like, oh, cool, she touched it and she freaked out and now she's fine.
See, I also took that as she is not in touch with her abilities yet. And I took the fact that I felt the lightsaber reacted with her as a sign that she was Luke's kid. I was of the mind, I know you wanted her to be Kenobi. I was of the mind she was a Skywalker, and that was some of the first little hints of that.
That's another thing that sort of got overlooked with the movie too. Now that I'm looking back, she didn't really fly ever before, and originally when she took the Falcon and was like super good at it, everyone was thinking, oh, cool, genetics. Like she has to be the child of some good pilot. She wasn't.
Yeah, it would have helped.
Yeah, and now she's just somebody who can fly super well without any training.
Whatever it is that we got, I am very much confident of the mind that it was going to be what JJ's plan was, that she was Luke's. Mm-hmm. In one way or another, she was going to be Luke's kid. Because I feel after she touches the lightsaber and sees the stuff that it has seen from potentially her father and grandfather, Maz is like, the familiar or the connection you're looking for is not behind you, it's ahead with Luke. Go. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And the way Han and Leia act every time they see her, it's like they know who she is. Right. They know, as if they knew what he did to protect her or whatever and didn't agree with it. And like I just felt like they set it up so well.
Yeah.
And that's not what we got. But we love Star Wars.
I think it would have been super... We need to stay on task. 8. Favorite character of 8.
Favorite character... Okay, you know what? No, for me, it's easy. I like Kylo Ren in 8 a lot.
Okay.
I like him. I like that he is picking his own evil journey. He's like, you know what? I can be evil without killing my mom. Fuck your rules.
Yeah.
I'm going to do what I want. And he's so vicious. He's throwing Hux around. Like, I like Kylo Ren in 8 very much. Agreed. He was on a journey to being easily, I would argue, the coolest and most vicious villain we've had in a Star Wars movie, because he was gonna remove any ounce of empathy he had in him, which Vader still had. Mm-hmm. Like he was gonna get to a point where he was gonna be beyond that, and I was here for it. Totally. I was absolutely here for it.
Mine is Rose. I think that her
Really?
character wasn't done justice.
Well, that's true.
But
Favorite?
of the movie, yeah.
Wow.
It's a brand new perspective that is so interesting to see. It's interesting to learn about. And I would love to learn more about her character. I left that, the ups and downs of this, I left that movie thinking, wow, I wish I knew more about her.
That's fair. I just didn't like how she ruined what was going to be a really cool sacrifice.
Right. Maybe there's something...
For the Empire to be taken down by a defecting stormtrooper.
Maybe there's something in her backstory that makes that make sense.
All right, fair enough. I'll give you that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't hate Rose like a lot of people did. That she was not one of the issues I found with 8.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Least favorite character of 8.
Yep.
I can imagine what you're gonna say.
Yep.
And
Exactly.
I won't argue. But for me, it's not that. For me, I think it's Poe, because I liked Poe a lot in 7.
Actually,
I feel like Poe in 8 is not what Poe was in 7.
right.
And it's just Leia makes good points, and I didn't disagree with what he did on the ship with Holdo. Neither of them were communicating in a healthy way.
Yeah.
She did not need to be as reserved as she was. He didn't need to be as mutiny as he was. That didn't need to happen.
Right.
It was just unnecessary drama. I don't hate Holdo like others did. I just feel like the whole situation is gross. But him doing what he did, it just doesn't... I feel like it was just different. Because in the first one, he's like a more with it, more self-reliant, badass Indiana Jones. He was like the next step up from a Han Solo. But then in 8 they made him more Han Solo. He's wisecracking and making mom jokes with Hux and like getting people killed and shit. And then he has nothing to do but cause issues and then be wrong, and then he has like one moment of leadership at the end. I just feel like they didn't do Poe right. And I loved Poe in the first one so much. And I wanted more of him. Like our trio of characters, I think, were all great in the beginning.
Yeah.
And they take them nowhere. We love Star Wars. Poe. Poe is my least favorite in 8.
I am actually going to not go with the one that you think, which was Luke Skywalker,
Mm-hmm.
and instead go with Holdo.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fair. I'll give you that. She did
It's
not
just-
need to do what she did, but she did one of the coolest things.
Well,
Kind of. Visually.
visually, absolutely. But you have an entire crew full of people who want to not only survive, but help your cause, and you can't fucking send an email. Like, send a memo. This is what's going on.
Like, what honestly would have been the negative side to telling Poe what they were doing?
Right, like, obviously the head... Like, it feels like the head group of whoever was left in charge was all in on what was going on,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody else was. And it feels like it's like, okay, maybe they can track us through hyperspace. Maybe that means there's a spy on board. Who in their right mind would pin Poe as the spy if that's the case?
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
this is the guy that you just watched get, like, absolutely throw himself into danger to yell about Hux's mom. Like, that's not something that a spy would do. And it just feels so like, yeah, maybe there is a spy, but you're gonna die anyway. Tell your crew what they're doing.
Exactly. It was just weird.
Yeah.
But when in Holdo's defense, I don't agree with the people who are like, well, it should have been Akbar. Akbar got a horribly unsatisfying death. And that goes back to the Boba Fett thing. Like, Akbar has like 5 lines and 3 minutes of screen time. Why do we give a shit? I love Akbar. I'm in the same boat. But at the same time, like, why
And like, we get
do we
Junior
care
later.
so much?
Like,
Yeah, exactly. So like, well, it shouldn't be Holdo. It should be Akbar. It's like, motherfucker, Akbar. We got like a minute and a half of him. Like, why do you care so much about Akbar?
yeah.
But yeah, and I'll give you that. That's fair. Because she and Poe together, they're the ones that cause the most unnecessary drama of the whole movie.
Totally.
Like, say what you want about Luke, he has a quote unquote valid perspective that can be argued. Holdo and Poe are just causing problems.
Totally.
All right, cool. Favorite moment of 8? Oh no, that's easy.
Yeah.
Battle of Crate.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what were you gonna say?
The Lightspeed jump.
Nah, I'd rather watch Battle of Crate. The dust, the symmetry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For me, it's the Lightspeed jump. I hate it, like, in universe. I hate it. I hate it. But
I think we found a good explanation for that, though. I like what
Yeah.
we had established are the rules.
yeah. So basically, for those who are interested, the way that I understand hyperspeed in Star Wars is similar to Back to the Future, where you have to jump, you have to speed your ship up to a very quick speed, and then once you get to that speed, you're sort of like transferred into a hyperspace lane, which is like a almost like a different reality kind of a thing. Which
But there is that brief moment where you're
going
throwing
fast.
yourself at stupid speed, so you could
yeah,
technically do what she did.
yeah,
But it's not
it's
very
a way
viable.
it's a way to like when they jump, they go fast, and then we see it changes to a blue spiral, which makes you think it's not space anymore; it's something different.
Exactly.
And we also see like in Solo, they kind of like lean out the side of it a little bit, and it gets weird.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a way to, especially like write that off as a 1 in a million, like it was said in 9. If she was too slow, it wouldn't have happened. If she was too fast, she would have already been in hyperspeed.
She got lucky.
Yeah. So yeah, I can say though, Battle Crate's awesome. I absolutely agree. It's fantastic. The moment with Luke and Kylo, incredible. But the Lightspeed scene, that visual, made my jaw drop in theaters.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, least favorite.
Yeah. Easy.
I'm going to ignore when Luke milks an alien.
Sure.
Nom, 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 nom.
So gross.
It's so nasty. It's not outside the realm of the weirdness they do in Star Wars, but everyone hates it because it's just disgusting to watch.
Yeah.
I guess I'll hop on the same bandwagon because it just seems weird when they ride the rabbit horses.
That whole sequence is my thing. Their entire trip to the casino world.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I have mine. No,
Okay.
I hate more than that. How they find by accident another master code breaker.
A different code breaker.
I don't like him at all. He has some very compelling lines of dialogue that I like that people don't think about enough.
do anything later. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He just causes issues in different ways that I don't think it was necessary. I've seen before people said it should have just been Maz. They should have just been out to go get Maz.
Totally.
And then the Empire detected them a different way. They didn't have to rat him out. Like, part of me liked the first time I saw it how everything they tried to do failed because it made it feel in a way more real. But it's just upon rewatching, I hate as soon as his character comes in, I hate it so much.
I just hate how I agree. I like that they failed. I think it's absolutely fine to have an entire journey that doesn't work out. But they failed without any consequence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Well,
nothing happened.
A lot of our rebellious people died.
Not because of their
blown
failure,
up ships. Well, kinda. They failed, and the guy ratted them out because remember, the little ships weren't going to be detected by scanners. But then Benicio del Toro's, or whatever his name, what is it?
Yeah.
His character was like, well, they're doing this, so they scanned it, they found them, so that's why more than half the rebellion were destroyed. So those were the consequences. But none of our characters we know died.
Right.
Nobody we know
It didn't
has been
feel
killed.
like any consequences happened.
Yeah. Not really.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on.
All right, now to
9,
which is what we got, but could have had whatever.
I think 9 is a much better movie than 8.
I just can't help it knowing with all that stuff about Duel of Fates that leaked and then was just released or whatever. It just feels like a fake movie to me. It just feels like
I mean,
it's so
that's the same thing as like reading the original in-game comic books and then being angry about the in-game movies because it's not the same.
I guess so. It's just what they were gonna do would have brought it all together. I feel in a better way.
Sure,
because it brought 7 and 8 together. 9 just disregards like parts of both.
Right.
Like, it got okay. Anyway, whatever.
I don't think it's fair to be angry at a movie because it came out.
Well, I'm not mad at the movie. It's just hard to love it.
Yes, you are.
I'm not mad at the movie. Totally I'm mad at the people who made it.
I don't like 9 because I know what it could have been.
I don't blame the movie itself. But all right. I don't
like X-Men because it could have been better.
Fine. I did enjoy watching it. No, I did enjoy it. It's just it was after I heard the other stuff. So I'll go back to that pre Duel of Fates knowledge. 9 favorite character in 9.
I didn't like Spider-Man: Homecoming because they removed one of the cool scenes.
Shut up. Well, shit. I'm actually struggling.
I stopped. Favorite character in 9? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah. Okay. Favorite character in 9. Because they changed what I don't like. Kylo Ren's redemption. I don't think it makes sense with what they had him do in 8. So he's not my favorite. I love watching him, but he's not my favorite in that. I just feel like Rey is already so with it. They don't make her really more or less with it. They kind of got rid of everything Finn could do. We love Star Wars.
I gotta say,
maybe Dio.
Dio, don't take mine.
Okay, fine. You can have Dio.
Dio's my favorite character. I have a Dio with me right now.
All right, shit. If you okay, talk about why you love Dio while I continue to try and think of my favorite.
So, first off, it's interesting to see like a droid that has been shut down for so long and then brought back.
Yeah.
That was like clearly abused. And to see the actual like emotional impact that it has on a droid.
Yeah, that's a good point. I like his design as well.
Yeah.
He's a cool little character. I like how he talks as well. It's like they go to pet him, he's like, "No, thank you."
No, thank you.
Yeah, that's J.J. Abrams for anyone who doesn't know. Maybe the Emperor. He's so creepy in this one.
Oh, he's so gross.
I like it. I like it a lot. And his weird, creepy horde of
like cultists
followers. Yeah. And then if we talked earlier about sound effects. Mm-hmm. That mega lightning force, that like that was so awesome.
Good.
So I think my favorite character. I guess I'll go with Emperor, or maybe 75% Kylo Ren. I like that he puts his helmet back together. I like that he's messing with Rey. Mm-hmm. He's still vicious. He's got his Knights of Ren for the first time now. Like, I'll the bad guys. I like the bad guys.
Cool.
Least favorite.
Yep.
This is a cop-out.
Okay.
Leia. I know how that sounds. But I know the bind they were in. I know it sucks. But everything she's in just feels...
wrong.
Tailored to the lines of dialogue they had left. And it just...
Don't underestimate a droid.
Exactly. Even if you didn't know she had passed, I guarantee there are going to be kids who maybe don't know who then talk about it later. Like, why are all the scenes with Carrie Fisher so strange? It's like, well, it's because she had passed away. So I realize that's a cop-out. Maybe it's not fair, but I'm going to go with Leia. Because there's really no one that I don't like in that. Maybe Poe's friend, who we know nothing about.
Who's that?
She's got the cool mask. She's on the planet with Mama Freak or whatever.
Sorry.
Sure. She's got a cool helmet. Everyone in Star Wars has a cool helmet. So if my go-to, just because of, I think it's one of the few things that, ignoring Duel of Fates entirely, the thing that I think hurts this movie the most is the Carrie Fisher stuff. But I acknowledge that. But that for me, it's that.
My least favorite character in this film is Rose.
She has like a second and a half of screen time.
Exactly.
They just got rid of her for all the people who hated her.
Exactly that. It feels so corporate. Like, watching that movie, you can see, like, oh, they didn't like that stuff we did with Rose, so let's remove the character? Let's ignore that she was here? There's, like, 15 people left in the Resistance, and we're going to ignore one of them.
Right.
Like, to be fair, I don't hate the character. I'm not saying that the character is the problem. It's just, she's my least favorite seeing in that movie, because it's just so hard to watch them ignore her.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't, like, even in the later parts that she is actually, like, a part of, she still doesn't do anything. She doesn't get any screen time. We get her replaced with a new character. Which is like Lando's kid or whatever.
Yeah, which we're not going to get into.
Yeah.
Because it's whatever. Alright, so favorite moment.
Yes.
I like... Oh, well, I like the light speed skipping. I think that was
cool to see. Yeah.
And then I like I don't know what planet it is where Baba Freak is. But the fight between Kylo and Rey where they keep...
Malastare?
Maybe. But they keep, like, force teleporting. Or they can see their surroundings, but they can't. That was neat. I think I had some issues with that at one point. I don't remember what they were. But it was a cool way to do that. And then I guess... Yeah, I'll get into it. Even though I don't like his redemption, when he gets the lightsaber from Rey, it just takes the Knights of Ren down.
It's Kijimi.
Yeah. Fight on Kijimi, light speed skipping, and Kylo Ren takes down his Knights of Ren. Those were all pretty cool.
Yeah. The fight on Kijimi is mine, with Rey and Kylo fighting each other in two different locations.
Yeah.
And you can see, like Kylo cuts open a ball or a pot of berries and they spill into the throne room.
Yeah, and then
it's so cool to see.
The Darth Vader helmet lands and he's like, "Oh, I see where you are."
Yeah, I think it's so cool. All right.
Least favorite.
Yep.
I've
got like 3 or 4 that I gotta narrow down.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, I've got mine.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
It's the "they fly now" scene.
Really?
Yeah.
What is that? I thought that was funny.
You will until I explain it.
Okay.
They fly now. They fly now? They fly now. So. Finn doesn't know they fly.
Yeah.
Poe doesn't know they fly.
Yeah.
All of them were alive when... Or would have heard stories at the very least of when the Empire had Mandalore. And they had Mandalorian stormtroopers that flew.
Oh.
They would have known all about jetpacks and Mandalorians. And who... Like, you're not only an enlisted soldier, right? Finn was not an enlisted stormtrooper. Instead, he was stolen as a child and raised into a stormtrooper until he was, like, however old he is, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't think at any point they would not have gone over the military history of stormtroopers with jetpacks, in which there are many?
I think the weirdest thing about that is just that they didn't maintain that.
Yeah.
That they ever stopped flying.
Right. Like, ever since the Clone Wars, there have been flying troops. Everyone would have known that. Maybe it would have been a shock that, like, oh, they are flying right now. But it wasn't like, oh, they have the capability of flight? We didn't know that was possible. We haven't had Jango Fett, Boba Fett, Sabine Wren, any Mandalorian, any clone jump troopers, any rebel drop troopers. There have been jetpacks for so long. It's just so baffling to me that they're surprised at it. That's just... Yeah. That's where I gotta say it.
All right. That's a good one. Mine could easily be the Leia stuff again, but I already talked about that, so I'm going to pick a different one.
Yep.
The easy go-to after that is the Kylo and Rey kiss. That was done specifically for a certain demographic of fans.
Yep.
I didn't like that.
Also,
that was gross.
I forgot about a favorite character that you could have gone with in this.
Oh, yeah?
3PO.
He was all right in this one, I'll give you that.
He was easily the funniest thing of this movie.
And he sacrificed a lot. A lot of people are like, well, he gets his memory back from R2 and whatnot, but he didn't know that. He gave up everything for y'all.
I still disagree with you there. Like, yeah, he absolutely did give up everything, but we're in the sequel Star Wars of nothing has consequences.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, well, least favorite still is just the kiss.
Yeah.
That's just, there's nothing to support that. That was only done for the people who shipped it. And I feel like it's the one thing I like about it, one tiny little piece, is it's funny because it parallels oppositely the originals, which were Luke and Leia kissed because they weren't gonna be siblings or related. And I feel Kylo and Rey were supposed to be related, and then that was changed later. So we have a flip of it, which is the only reason I will laugh at it later. Otherwise, I think it's just this was done for one specific group, and it didn't need to be done. Like,
yeah, we need to
he's killed. He's killed. Yeah, you're right.
Because I just keep getting into. I just watched this like 2 days ago. I watched this on the 4th, and there's so many things I could complain about. But how much time are we having left? So yeah, we didn't mention this at the top. We're doing 2 hours, so we're
we said do 2 hours. So
we're pretty close to the end here.
Yeah.
So I wanna open it up. Now that we've gone through all the movies, I want you to go into overall, and this can include any series that you've watched, any books that you've read, any comics that you've gone through, anything Star Wars, as long as it's canon. I want to do favorite character and favorite moment. No least favorite. We're going to end on positivity, which is rare for us.
Okay, cool. I realize it's recent, but I really enjoy The Mandalorian.
Okay.
As in, like, I like the dude. Yeah. I think I like his. I love my quippiness and my jokes and whatnot, but I like how he kind of isn't like that.
Yeah.
As a different presence versus what we've had typically. I love his look, of course. I love his ship. All of it. I think he's cool. Otherwise, I like K2SO a lot.
K2SO is
Rogue One.
Good, yeah.
I like Rogue One in general, honestly. I feel like it's it's a solid B or B- movie, whereas most of the Star Wars are barely a B.
Yeah, we're C to B.
Yeah, so I like Rogue One, and I don't know. I think my favorite thing about Star Wars overall is just the unique visual aesthetic. Okay. You can look at a picture of almost anything from any of the movies, and you can be like, that's Star Wars. Because it's high tech, but not.
It's high tech, old fashioned.
Yeah, old fashioned, high tech. And there's very few things where you can do that, I feel like. Granted, there's an artistic style to a lot of stuff, but like, there's lots of medieval shit. Unless you know the characters, you can't be right away be like, that's Lord of the Rings. There are lots of things that can look like Lord of the Rings. There are lots of superhero things. There's lots of other sci-fi things, but Star Wars has this really cool, old-fashioned, high-tech aesthetic that I love. The thing I loved the most about Rogue One was that, I mean, it was totally cool that everything continued to advance in 7. But to go to Rogue One and go back to that time period with today's special effects, awesome.
Yeah.
Loved it so much. So that's my thing, is the aesthetic of the worlds that they've created.
Okay. As I said before, my favorite character is Quinlan Vos. There's a book, Star Wars Dark Disciple, that's all about him. It's my favorite Star Wars book. He makes an appearance in Clone Wars, and then, like I said, we see a glimpse of him in Episode 1. To be fair and to say this for those who are waiting for us to talk about it, Ahsoka is a very close second.
Oh, of course.
Ahsoka
I'm not into Clone Wars enough yet to really give her
Right.
the just due in conversation. I know she's fantastic.
Yeah, she's everywhere because she deserves to be. She's just not my personal favorite character.
She's kind of the Harley Quinn of the Star Wars universe in that she originated in a cartoon, became a fan favorite, and was brought to live action through that cartoon.
Yeah.
Relatively recent as well.
Totally. Yeah, and my favorite... Did you have a favorite moment, or did you just group that into...
I had a favorite overall. Favorite moment.
No, that's good. I can just do a favorite overall.
Okay, cool.
For me, my favorite overall thing about Star Wars is the fact that every little thing and person and planet, every star in the sky, every moon that you pass by, every streak that crosses the window when you jump into hyperspace has a story. And not only has a story,
that's good,
but it has one that is probably at least partially written. It's mentioned in a movie. It's mentioned in a show. Maybe it's somewhere that they've gone in a book before or something like that. Every background character has a name and a story and a family and a home world and a struggle. And it's just every other movie and movie series that I watch, outside of the main characters, there's not really a lot of story. But for Star Wars, the second in command on the deck of a ship that you only see in the background, yeah, he's got a family and he's got a story.
That's good. That was deep.
Yeah, with that going into like in Rebels is a cartoon that Disney made a bunch of years ago. Man, I can't remember.
Probably coming up on 10 years, honestly.
Ugh, wild. But yeah, Rebels was a series, and that made Harrison Dula, Kanan Jarrus, Ezra, I almost said Miller, Ezra Bridger, and a couple other characters and stuff like that. And then we see the ship that they are in, the Ghost. We see the Ghost in Rogue One. We see it in Episode 9. And the fact that we can see... And Star Wars Squadrons, Harrison Dula is a general. All through the end of the Empire and the beginning of the First Order, Hera is a general. And it's this major character that you don't know if you just watch the movies. It's so significant. There's just so many little tiny bits and pieces. That's my Star Wars.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think it was cool that amongst this conversation, there's very little Jedi stuff. A lot of people just associate Star Wars Jedi's front and center, which, sure, but like, we barely met. We met like as far as favorites or even least favorites. I think a lightsaber was mentioned once.
Yep, a lightsaber was mentioned once. We had Qui-Gon and Luke and Obi-Wan, and that was our... Well, and Rey and Finn. I forgot. But outside of that, everyone else was a non-Jedi character.
Mm-hmm.
And Quinlan Voss. I forgot about them too.
Yeah. Thanks for sticking around, everybody, for our 2-hour Star Wars special.
Star Wars special. Yeah.
It was good. I enjoyed it. It's been a while since I've actually watched any of them. I need to go back and watch some of them. I'd like to watch Rogue One now, honestly.
Rogue One is honestly my favorite one to sit down and watch.
Yeah. No, I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing about the aesthetic is I feel at this point the Skywalker story is like, okay, just stop it. I want more. I want more exploring this world, which is why The Mandalorian is so fucking dope.
Yes. Same with Clone Wars.
Oh, I know.
And Rebels.
I gotta finish it. I do.
See,
I do.
The Bad Batch, man.
I know.
I just want to... I texted Mackenzie as soon as I saw the very opening scene and asked her if she's seen it. She said, nope, not yet. 20 minutes later, I get a message like, holy shit, dude, this is happening. Like...
She said holy shit?
No.
Oh.
Let me just have my words.
All right, fine. You remember to wish her happy birthday too, right?
Of course I did.
Okay, good. Just saying.
It's Ozzy's birthday.
Right. When's yours?
Oh, wow.
You're not on Facebook. I don't have a way to check it.
I remembered your birthday.
I know, but that's because you have two people on the same day. You and Sam are relatively close together. Is it 15th?
Is it?
Is it?
I don't know. Is it?
I feel like if it
what
wasn't,
a friend.
you would say.
Everybody out there, Andrew and Drew is over.
I'm sorry. There's a lot of us in May.
God.
Was it the 15th?
Yeah, it's 15th.
See, I knew it. I think Sam is the 9th. Whatever. Everybody have a good day. Star Wars Day.
Yeah, have a good Star Wars Day.
Go practice using the Force again like you were when you were a kid, and go design a spaceship in your head or something.
Yeah, paint a broomstick
Make yourself
blue.
a cool helmet.
Make a lightsaber.
Star Wars has awesome helmets.
And do our logistical stuff. Follow us on everything.
Yeah.
Talon's Tavern, Andrew's movie thing's coming up soon.
Oh god, we've been talking. Yeah, it's gonna be like at the end of May.
It's coming up soon.
It'll be there.
You know how to do all that stuff. It's posted below.
Yeah, if you got topics you want us to talk about,
send them somewhere.
Put it in the comments.
Yeah, we'll see them.
Or tweet us. Drew runs Twitter.
I try to. I haven't been doing a great job, but we're getting there.
Oh yeah, I'm same though.
We're still in a learning curve.
We are. We're new to this, and we're doing it for fun.
And we've got so many other projects that we're trying to push out. Like, it's just difficult.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're getting there.
May the 4th be with you next year.
Yeah. May the 4th be with you next year. Huh?
My Mandalorian helmet gets here next month.
Ooh.
Yeah, my sister got me one. She accidentally actually bought the Hasbro one because she meant to get like an Amazon one or whatever. She clicked like the wrong button.
Rough.
And got the Hasbro one, and it's like it was on. You could pre-order it. They weren't even available yet. So my Christmas present won't get here until June.
Hell yeah.
But I'm so excited.
Hell yeah. I have been thinking about getting myself a new lightsaber. There's one that's caught my eye. The only issue is they don't sell them in yellow anymore.
Why not? Ray has a yellow one. Why would
Ray
they
has
stop?
another one. Yeah, I don't know.
You would have thought yellow would have picked up.
Totally.
Whatever. Oh. Bye, everybody.
Fuck.